Welcome students. So in today's lecture we shall be finishing our fat soluble vitamins. So we were only left with vitamin E. We had covered vitamin A, D and K. So now what is vitamin E? This is basically known as the tocopherols, commonly known as tocopherols, and it is a naturally occurring antioxidant. So this is a naturally occurring antioxidant in our body. It is essential for normal reproduction in many animals, hence also known as anti-sterility vitamin. So due to its property that helps in reproduction, it is also known as anti-sterility vitamin. Vitamin E is described as vitamin in search of a disease. This is due to the lack of any specific vitamin E deficiency disease in humans. So now let us discuss its chemistry first. To start with, these are the derivatives of the chromane or tocol ring. So basically these are the derivatives of (6-hydroxychromane) or commonly known as the tocol ring. So what is this tocol ring? Let us draw its structure first. So it is a ringed structure containing two cyclic structure, one of benzene and one containing the oxygen. So you don't get confused, let me draw it with a different color. And at the sixth position, it is having one hydroxyl group. You can see here at this sixth position it is having a hydroxyl group. The numbering we can start from the oxygen. So a total you can see that there are 10 carbons in it. So this is basically a tocol ring here. Now to this tocol ring, an isoprene unit can be attached at the second position. So the attachment of the isoprene unit at the second position as a side chain leads to formation of various forms of tocopherols. So about 8 tocopherols have been identified till date, and out of them 3 are of utmost importance, that are alpha, beta and gamma. So we shall be drawing the structure one by one. So let us start it from the alpha tocopherols. So what is the structure of alpha tocopherols? First of all, let us draw a tocol ring here. So this is the basic tocol ring we were talking about. This is common in all types of tocopherols. Now comes into play the side chain here. So the side chain will be the isoprene unit. You can see this is the common isoprene unit that is being attached. And now 3 methyl groups are basically attached, one at the 8th, one at the 7th and one at the 5th. So this is the structure for alpha tocopherol. And basically this is the 578 trimethyl tocol ring. So this is at the 5th, 7th and 8th position we were talking about the attachment of methyl group. So this is the structure for alpha tocopherol. Similarly, there will be the structure for beta tocopherol also. Now let us draw. The basic tocol ring structure will be same for all of them. So this is the isoprene unit. Now comes the attachment in the beta tocopherol. In this case, it is only at the 5th and the 8th position. So the position that we refer to were 5th, 7th and 8th. Now the attachment will be only at the 5th and 8th position. Now this is the 5th position and this is the 8th position. So here 2 methyl groups will be attached. So this is the structure for beta tocopherol. Commonly referred as 5,8 dimethyl tocol ring. And now the structure for gamma tocopherol. So it is also a dimethyl tocol ring, but now the positions will be the 7th and 8th. So in this the position were 5th and 8th. Now let us draw the structure of gamma tocopherol. So first of all, the chromine ring. Then the side chain, the isoprene chain is generally the side chain. So student, practice these structures, as your time to draw them will be shortened if you practice them daily. So this is the basic tocol ring structure. Now the attachment will be at the 7th and the 8th position. Now the methyl groups will be attaching at 7th and 8th position, you can see here. Now this is the 7th position and this is the 8th position, and this is known as gamma tocopherol. And this structure is having the 7,8 dimethyl tocol. So the IUPAC name is 7,8 dimethyl tocol. So students, these were the 3 major types of the tocopherols. You can see alpha, beta and gamma. So the attachment of the methyl group generally determines what kind of tocopherol it is. So the antioxidant property is due to the hydroxyl group in the chromine ring. So we can see here that the antioxidant property is due to this OH present at the 6th position. So I shall be writing over here that antioxidant property is due to hydroxyl group at 6th position in chromine ring. So how this helps to protect the polyunsaturated fatty acids? So basically it protects the PUFAs. So I shall be writing over here, it protects PUFA, that is known as polyunsaturated fatty acid, in our body. From the peroxidation reactions. Now what are these peroxidation reactions? They generally disturb the double bonds in the unsaturated fatty acid and leads to the peroxide formations, that are the free radicals. These free radicals, they further lead to deterioration of the other unsaturated fatty acids, and ultimately many oxidants are produced inside the body. So vitamin E acts as a scavenger. So it mainly acts as a scavenger. You can see here it acts as a scavenger and gets itself oxidized. It gets itself oxidized to the quinone form. So from the chromine ring it gets converted into the quinone form. Now by the free radicals and spares the polyunsaturated fatty acids. So how this reaction proceeds? So let us get an example of the alpha tocopherol that is into the play here. Now we can draw the structure of the alpha tocopherol in short. So we will be drawing 3 methyl groups here. So here is a methyl group and here is a long isoprene unit. I am representing this with R, the long side chain. So the OH group is at this 6th position and this possesses the antioxidant activity. Now in presence of, for example, say a free radical, say it is the F. Now this is the free radical that is coming into play. So this reaction shall be proceeding like this. The rest of the structure remains the same. So a quinone form will be generated here. So the 3 methyl groups will be here only. So this is I am representing for the alpha tocopherols. For beta and gamma, there will be a change of the position of methyl groups. So a quinone form will be generated at the 6th position. So this is the quinone form we were talking about, and the free radical will be donating its electron, thus getting reduced, and this will lead to the protection of polyunsaturated fatty acids. So how this is reduced? By addition of an hydrogen from the OH group. Now this you can see the free radical is reduced and this is oxidized. So this is the mechanism how the free radicals are scavenged and vitamin E itself gets oxidized to prevent the further deterioration and degeneration of polyunsaturated fatty acids. So now the biochemical functions. Now there are various biochemical functions of vitamin E and we shall be listing them one by one. The first and the foremost important biochemical function is to maintain the structure and integrity of membrane of the cell. Hence it is regarded as membrane antioxidant. Now it is known as the membrane antioxidant because it maintains the membrane structure and integrity. We can say it is essential for membrane structure and integrity. Now the second important biochemical function is it prevents the peroxidation of polyunsaturated fatty acids. Thus it also protects RBC from hemolysis. So it protects RBCs from hemolysis. So this is by the oxidizing agent such as hydrogen peroxide, we can say. Now the third one is it is closely associated with reproductive functions. Now it also performs the reproductive functions. So how it performs the reproductive functions? It maintains the germinal epithelium of gonads. It maintains the germinal epithelium of gonads for proper reproductive functions. The fourth function is it increases the synthesis of heme. So it increases the synthesis of heme protein, that is important for hemoglobin. So this is done by enhancing the activity of enzyme delta amino levulinic acid synthase and ALA dehydratase. So the next function is it is required for cellular respiration through electron transport chain. So this is also required for cellular respiration through ETC. It is believed to stabilize the coenzyme Q that is important in the cytochromes of electron transport chain. Now the next one is it also prevents the oxidation of vitamin A and carotenes. So it also helps to maintain the structural integrity of, or it prevents the oxidation of vitamin A and carotenes. It is also required for proper storage of creatine in the skeletal muscles, and vitamin E is needed for optimal absorption of amino acid from intestine. So it is also required for absorption of essential amino acids from intestine. It also protects the liver from being damaged by the toxic compounds such as carbon tetrachloride, and it also helps to delay the onset of cataract. It delays the onset of cataract as it works in association with vitamin A, C and beta carotenes. So this is some major biochemical functions that are performed by vitamin E. So the dietary sources, here we can see what are the various sources of vitamin E. So from where what different kinds of eatables we can say that provides vitamin E. Number one, the vegetable oils. These are the rich sources of vitamin E, those, so generally the wheat germ oil, then comes the cottonseed oil, corn oil, sunflower oil and other vegetable oils. These are the rich sources of vitamin E, and it is also present in the non-vegetarian sources such as meat, eggs and the dairy products such as milk and butter. So the deficiency may lead to sterility and degenerative changes in the muscles, megaloblastic anemia and changes in the central nervous system. The severe symptoms of vitamin E deficiency are not seen except increased fragility of erythrocytes and minor neurological symptoms. So it's difficult to have vitamin E deficiency, and even though the toxicity of vitamin E is the least, because no toxic effects have been reported till date even after the ingestion of 300 mg dose per day for a continuous period of 23 years. So this was a case study in which 300 mg per day dose of vitamin E was given for a continuous period of 23 years, but still no toxic effects were seen. So it is considered to be the least toxic among the fat soluble vitamins. So students, this was all regarding the vitamin E. So these are basically the tocopherols containing a chromane or tocol ring. So three major types, alpha, beta and gamma. This is the structure for tocol ring here, you can see. Now then comes the antioxidant action. So the antioxidant properties. So this is basically an antioxidant property that is highlighted in this reaction. You can see how the free radicals are scavenged and they are reduced. You can see they are reduced and the chromane ring itself get oxidized. So the sources, then comes the biochemical functions. So this was regarding all about vitamin E.